Today in plant morphology, we are going to discuss stipules, types and their functions. I am Dr. AHINSUK, BARUA, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, South Calcutta Girls College. Now to begin with, what are stipules? Stipules are lateral outflows. They usually occur in pairs. They are mostly found in dicotyledons but are rarely detected in the monocotyledons. Now, for the purpose of our understanding about the different forms of stipules, we can categorize them into simple forms and modified forms. In simple forms, the first and the most simplest type that we have is the free lateral type. This type of stipules appear as slender free outgrowths on both sides of the hypopodia. This form of stipule is very characteristic and commonly found in the Malvaceae family. A very common plant that Stipule rosa sinensis is also with this type of stipules. You can see the free lateral types of stipules arising from the leaf base. The second simple type of stipule is the applied type. This type of stipule arises at the leaf base but lies attached to the petiole on both lateral sides up to a certain height. This form of stipule is found in plants belonging to the Rosaceae family, particularly Rosa sp. The third amongst the simple forms is the intrapetiolar stipule. In this case, the stipule occurring on both sides of opposite leaves unite together by their inner margins and are placed in between the leaves and stem, that is, at the axils of the leaves. So, if we press the leaf against the stem, the stipule will come in between the petiole and the stem. This form of stipule is found in plants belonging to the Rosaceae family, particularly Gardenia justinoides. The next type is the interpetiolar type. These stipules are small, semi-lanceolate bodies occurring on both sides of opposite leaves. Here, two pairs of stipules of two opposite leaves unite together by their outer margins and appear on the node between the petiole of two opposite leaves, as we can see here. This is the stipule intermediate between the two opposite leaves. This is formed by the fusion of two stipules, one for this leaf and the other of this leaf, fused by their outer margin. This form of stipule is also found in plants belonging to the Rosaceae family, particularly Ixora, that is round, commonly known as, and Anthocephalus indicus or the kadamba. The last among the simple forms of stipules is the upright. These stipules are sheath-like and more or less tubular in structure, encasing greater portion of the internode. Here, several stipules unite to form the enveloping sheath. As you can see, the stipule has formed an enveloping sheath around the internode arising from the base of this leaf. This form of stipule is characteristic to the family Polygonaceae. For example, Polygonum barbata, Lunex vesicalius, etc. Now, moving on to the modified forms. Here also, we get 5 types. The first is the foliaceous stipule. These stipules are very large and conspicuous, leaf-like structures found on both sides of the leaf base. Our very common pea plant, that is Pisum satiatum, happens to possess this type of stipules. They look like large leaflets, Lathyrus, Aphaca, or juggly butter of Papilliaceae. Here, the entire leaflet is modified into tendril, while the foliaceous stipule does the function of the leaf. The second type of modified stipule is the tendrilar type. In this type, the stipules become coily and slender and helps the plant to climb up. This type of stipule is noted in Smilax zelenica of Liliaceae family. Here you can see the stipule has taken the form of a tendril. The third is the spinous type. This type of stipules are modified to form spinous structures that impart protection to the plant. This type of stipule is noted in Zizipus mauritiana of Rhamnaceae family, Acacia of Mimosaceae family, etc. Here is the stipule that has modified into a spine. The fourth is the convolute type. In this case, the stipules are modified into membranous scale-like structures. It protects birds by covering all around. This type of stipule is noted in Ficus dengolensis, Artocarpus heterophyllus of the Moraceae family. Here the stipule, you can see it is formed and enveloped around the apical bud of this ficus plant. Finally, the fifth type of modified stipule is the wing stipule. In this case, the stipules are modified into expanded wing-like structures on either lateral sides of the internode. As you can see here, they have formed the wing-like structures on either lateral side of the internode. This type of stipule is noted in Protellaria alata of the Papilariaceae family. So that is all with the different varied forms of stipules that is found in the plant world. Of course, there are some special types, but for our general understanding, these 10 types, 5 of the simple types and 5 of the modified forms are very well to in field work. Finally, to understand the functions of the stipules, they prevent the axillary bud from falling off. Some stipules secrete mucilage and protects the bud from desiccation. It protects the higher leaves as bud scales, next higher leaves as bud scales. Foliaceous stipules act as photosynthetic organs. Tendril stipules, they act as climbing organs for plants. And finally, the spiny stipules, they act as defense organs and protects the plants from grazing animals. So that is all for today. Thank you and have a good day.